What's up, movie crew? Welcome to the latest Let's Watch. Today, I am seeing the prequel to X, Pearl, from A24, directed by Ty West, starring Mia Goth. Now, earlier this year, I did see X in theaters. There's going to be a pinned comment down below for anyone that wants to check that video out. Warning you now, I did have outdated equipment at that time, so you've been warned. But let me get this out of the way. I loved X. It is in my top 5 of the first half of 2022, and there's a very good chance it will be in my top 10 for the entire year. That is how much I love that movie. I watched it again last night to get myself ready for Pearl, and I still love that movie. So when Ty West announced that he had a prequel already set up, I was ready. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, they've already announced the next movie in this series. So I'm going to go in here, go watch the movie Pearl, and then I'm going to come back and give everyone my thoughts on the latest from A24 and Ty West. Alright, so I have just gotten out of seeing Pearl. So, I do want to point out that Ty West said that this was going to be a different type of movie than X. He said X was inspired by the 70s movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This movie was going to be inspired by Mary Poppins and Wizard of Oz. And he was correct. I forget who it was directly, but someone said it's Psycho meets Wizard of Oz. And that is probably the best comparison that you can get with this movie. Alright, if you have not seen any of the backstory, this takes place during World War I, and you get to meet Pearl, her family, and you find out a little bit about her husband that you see in X. Now, overall, this was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I am going to be honest though, I think I like X a little bit more. And that's nothing against this movie. X just takes from a lot of movies that I personally enjoy. The pros on this, Mia Goth played a very good younger version of Pearl. Yes, she was Pearl in X, but the Pearl that we saw there and the Pearl we see here, not fully the same. There's some stuff that Mia gets to do here that she didn't do in X and vice versa. So that was cool. Another thing I liked was the overall setting, the fact that this was not meant to be shot, and somehow this movie got shot with X, and to use the same setting and make it look like 1918 was incredible. The cast in this was equally as good as the cast in X. You've got people that aren't in the movie for that long, but still manage to make their presence known for the time they are there. So everything so far is great. And I've got to give a huge shout out to Tyler Bate. He is the one that did the score for this. It was good. It was early Hollywood. It was Wizard of Oz. And it was creepy as hell, all in one. Good job. As far as the cons go, without getting into spoiler territory, there's some questions that aren't answered in this, and given that the next movie has already been confirmed, which is Maxine, which is Max's character, the Max from X, and that's what happens with her after the events of X. We've got about 60 years of material that what leads to some of the other stuff happening. I don't really know a good way to say it without going into spoiler territory, but there's definitely a couple of questions I had by the end of the movie. So, Ty West, Mia Goth. Ty, you've said it yourself. Horror movies get sequel after sequel after sequel. We need an in-betweequel between Pearl and X, if you don't mind, please. But overall, that's probably my only real gripe. Everything else is just little minor nitpicks. But for the most part, everything in this movie fit. I definitely recommend this movie. I am going to give Pearl a 4 out of 5, which is pretty much the same score as X. I do think X is the better movie, but again, X has more of movies that I personally enjoy, that I watch in my own time, compared to some of the influences of Pearl. So keep that in mind. And I am hyped for Maxine. Also, post-credits scene. Keep that in mind. Don't leave when the credits start rolling. But that's going to do it for this one. If you were new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see? Leave a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on Pearl. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and tune in next time.